What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nerd Media. I just watched Invincible Season 3, Episode 4, which may be my favorite episode of the season so far. We get some amazing, incredible moments that are so well adapted from the comics into the series. So, in this video, I'm going to be diving into my review and thoughts on this episode, full of spoilers, by the way. So, if you haven't seen the episode, go watch it. It is so awesome, and there's so much to talk about. So that's what we'll be doing in this video today. And with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have enjoyed Invincible Season 3 so far, if you love this episode or not. And with all that being said, let's dive into the review. So I have to say, this episode was formatted in such a unique way that I feel like Invincible is only done like once or twice, where we have the first part of the episode being totally different to the second part, and they do the classic like outro thing, and then they cut into a different scene, but that scene lasts like 20 minutes. And I love how it was split up from Mark going into the future, seeing Immortal, and that was one whole part of the episode. And then the other part was the Allen and Nolan escape, which is probably one of my favorite scenes of this show. I mean, it was so well adapted from the comics into the series. But the Mark and Immortal thing was really awesome as well. I think I enjoyed it more in the series than I did in the comics, and I loved just how it was done, just all like the future him coming in to take his clothes, and then we see that come full circle at the end of that part. So fun, so cool. And the fact that Mark doesn't know that Angstrom is alive, that he technically didn't kill him, is really just something that I thought of in this episode, especially after he kills that future version of Immortal. And I'm like, I can't wait to see when he realizes that he's not dead. And I don't know what his reaction is going to be, but we know that that's going to happen at some point this season. And I just loved seeing a futuristic version of the Immortal because he is immortal. He cannot die. And it is very sad to see how long he has lived and that he has to rule the earth and everything. I really enjoyed that whole entire part of that episode. It was very well done, but it was also very dark. I enjoyed it. I thought that it was a lot of fun. And I love getting these small little moments with Mark and Eve, just them going on their date in Paris, which is kind of like how Nolan and Debbie went on their date that we saw in season 1, where it was in a totally different place. I love that, and I love that that's just something they can do now because they're both superheroes. They can get there quickly. And I love that. And I love those small little moments. But the thing that I loved the most about this episode was how it ended. And then it just cut back to Nolan and Allen. I loved that whole sequence. I could not have asked for that whole prison break sequence to be done better because it is just so awesome. Getting to see Allen and Nolan kind of slowly changing his perspective of things since season 2. And I just think that has been so well done. It has been one of the best character arcs that we have seen in this show, I think. And I think Nolan is probably one of the best redemption. He has one of the best redemption stories I've seen in a comic book project before. Not just in the show, definitely in the books as well, which is why I would say that. And man, it was just so cool to see them fight the Viltrumites. Allen frees Battle Beast, and we see Battle Beast return, and we see him disappear again, but we know he's coming back. I know he's coming back, and he is so awesome. It has been 2 seasons since we've seen him, so I'm very happy that we got to see him. And Nolan dropping the bombshell news that there are only 50 full blood Viltrumites around left, which is honestly a storyline I totally forgot about. But when I just heard it, I remembered it, and man, I am so excited to see where that goes and where they take that in season 4 and the rest of this season. And I just have to say, overall, it was just awesome to finally see that scene get adapted into the show because it feels like we've been anticipating this scene specifically for years now. I mean, the anticipation really started at the end of season 2, but we finally got it, and it doesn't feel real yet, but it was awesome. And we just gotta talk about for a second how well done that Cecil versus Mark conflict has been this season. I think that it is more well done in this show than it was in the comics. And this season has really proved that they can really improve on some of the best storylines from the comics, even in ways we didn't think they could. And that is just so well done because I love how the two like have conversations with each other now and just bounce off of each other. I love Cecil as a character. This season is really making him grow higher and higher on my list of top 5 characters from this show. I mean, his character is so complex and there's so many great elements to that character, and I love that we're kind of taking the time to really explore him this season, and I just have enjoyed that so much. And his character is so complicated, but is one of the most well done like characters. There are a bunch of characters in superhero media that are kind of in his position of being like this government official for a superhero team. He is by far the best one, the best written and the best executed one that we've ever seen. Better than ones that we've gotten from Marvel, DC. It's just he is awesome, and I love that character so much, and I just love the way that those two bounce off of each other during conversations. It's so awesome. Overall, I think this is probably my favorite episode of the series. I loved everything about it. You guys already know. I just talked about all of it. The prison break was dope. So awesome. And I loved getting going back to formula with that amazing fight sequences and getting the tease of the Viltrumite War that is coming. And I'm very interested to see how much of Nolan and Allen we're going to see for the rest of the season. I really hope we see more of them, but I feel like this season could end on the reunion with Nolan and Debbie. I feel like that's just a no brainer at this point. But I'm excited for the rest of the series. I don't know what to expect now. I mean, I knew to expect the prison break this episode, but now we're heading into the darkness with that with what to expect from the next few episodes. But I cannot be more excited. There is a lot of fun stuff to come. I'm seeing Captain America: Brave New World today as this video is releasing, so my review for it will be out later tonight. So if you guys want to subscribe and stay tuned for that, you can go ahead and like and subscribe and comment down below if you have seen Invincible episode 4. And with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned because there's a lot more of Invincible to come. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.